Hello everyone, welcome to Biosecrets. Today we will discuss important MCQs of Biology Class 11th Chapter Excretory Products and their Elimination. Now let's start from question number 1. Which of the following is the chief nitrogenous waste in humans? So humans are ureotalic, okay? Because mammals and many terrestrial amphibians and marine fishes mainly excrete urea and are called ureotalic. So chief nitrogenous waste in human is urea. Option B is correct for question number 1. Humans are ureotalic organisms, meaning they excrete nitrogenous waste mainly in the form of urea. Urea is a less toxic than ammonia and is excreted in urine via the kidneys. देखिए ह्यूमंस यूरियोटेलिक ऑर्गेनिजम्स होते हैं, मींस ह्यूमंस यूरिया की फॉर्म में नाइट्रोजनस वेस्टेज को एक्सक्रीट करते हैं. ओके, यूरिया लेस टॉक्सिक होता है अमोनिया से एंड मोर टॉक्सिक होता है यूरिक एसिड से और एक्सक्रीट होता है यूरिन में वाया द किडनीज. क्वेश्चन नंबर 2. द फंक्शनल यूनिट ऑफ द किडनी इज कॉल्ड. ऑप्शन ए नेफ्रॉन इज द करेक्ट ऑप्शन फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 2. Nephron is the structural and functional unit of kidney, responsible for filtration, reabsorption, and urine formation. Question number 3. Which part of the nephron is responsible for ultrafiltration? Bowman capsule is the part of nephron which is responsible for ultrafiltration. So option B is correct for question number 3. So, Bowman's capsule surrounds the glomerulus and performs ultrafiltration, where small molecules like water, glucose, salts and urea pass into the filtrate while large molecules like proteins, blood cells remain in the blood. अल्ट्राफिल्ट्रेशन परफॉर्म करता है बॉमन कैप्सूल. अल्ट्राफिल्ट्रेशन में क्या होता है कि जो स्मॉल मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं जैसे वाटर, ग्लूकोज, सॉल्ट्स, यूरिया वो तो पास हो जाते हैं फिल्ट्रेट में, जबकि लार्ज मॉलिक्यूल्स जैसे प्रोटीन है, ब्लड सेल्स हैं, वो ब्लड में ही रह जाते हैं. ओके, क्वेश्चन नंबर 4. द हार्मोन रेस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर वाटर रीएब्सॉर्प्शन इन द किडनी इज ADH, antidiuretic hormone, is responsible for water reabsorption in the kidney. An excessive loss of fluid from the body activate osmoreceptors. Osmoreceptors stimulate hypothalamus. Hypothalamus release ADH from the neurohypophysis. And ADH facilitates water reabsorption from later parts of the tubule, thereby preventing diuresis. ADH facilitates water reabsorption. Okay, ADH also called vasopressin, and it is secreted by the posterior pituitary gland and increases the permeability of the collecting ducts in the nephron, leading to increased water reabsorption. Question number 5. Which of the following animals is uricotalic? So option C, pigeon is the uricotalic because reptiles, birds, land snails and insects excrete nitrogenous waste as uric acid in the form of pellet or paste with a minimum loss of water and are called uricotalic animals. Now, uricotalic animals excrete nitrogenous waste primarily as uric acid. Uricotalic animals नाइट्रोजनस वेस्ट को किस फॉर्म में एक्सक्रीट करते हैं? यूरिक एसिड की फॉर्म में. यूरिक एसिड वाटर में इनसॉल्युबल होता है एंड एक्सक्रीट होता है एज अ पेस्ट टू कंजर्व वाटर. बर्ड्स, रेप्टाइल्स, इंसेक्ट्स आर यूरिकोटैलिक. ओके, question number 6. The main role of the loop of Henle in urine formation is. Option C is correct here, concentration of urine. The loop of Henle creates a counter current mechanism allowing for the reabsorption of water and salts which help in concentrate urine and conserve water. Question number 7. Which of the following conditions results from kidney failure? So option B, uremia is the correct option here. Malfunctioning of kidneys can lead to accumulation of urea in blood, a condition called uremia, which is highly harmful and may lead to kidney failure. Okay. Now, uremia occurs when the kidney fails to excrete urea and other nitrogenous wastes, leading to their accumulation in the blood. It may require dialysis or kidney transplantation. यूरेमिया कब होता है? जब किडनी फेल हो जाती है, जब किडनी नाइट्रोजनस वेस्ट को एक्सक्रीट नहीं कर पाती है, यूरिया एक्सक्रीट नहीं कर पाती है, तब यूरेमिया हो जाता है. ठीक है, यूरेमिया में यूरिया एक्यूमुलेट हो जाता है ब्लड में. आफ्टर दैट या तो डायलिसिस करवाइए टाइम टू टाइम या फिर किडनी का ट्रांसप्लांटेशन करवाइए. Question number 8. Dialysis is used in patients suffering from. Option B is correct here. Renal failure. Renal failure means kidney failure. And kidney transplantation is the ultimate method in the correction of acute renal failure. Okay. Dialysis is a medical process that removes waste products, excess water and toxins from the blood when the kidneys fail to function properly. Question number 9. Which of the following is not a function of the kidneys? So option D is correct here. Secretion of insulin. This is the function of pancreas, not the kidney. Okay. Regulation of blood pressure. Yes, kidney regulate blood pressure. Production of erythropoietin. Yes, kidney produce erythropoietin hormone. Detoxification of ammonia into urea. This is also a function of kidney. Okay. The kidneys help to regulate blood pressure, produce erythropoietin. Erythropoietin is a hormone for RBC production and kidney convert ammonia into urea. However, insulin is secreted by pancreas, not the kidney. Okay. Question number 10 is, which of the following statements about ammonia excretion is true? Option B is, uric acid is more toxic than ammonia. No, ammonia is most toxic and uric acid is least toxic. So this statement is incorrect here. Option C is, humans excrete ammonia directly. No, this is also incorrect because ammonia produced by metabolism is converted into urea in the liver of ureotelic animals. Option D is, ammonia is less toxic than urea. No, ammonia is most toxic, so it requires water for their excretion. Option A is, monotelic animals require more water for excretion. This is correct statement here because ammonia is most toxic form and requires large amount of water for their elimination. Question number 11. The process of selective reabsorption occurs in which part of the nephron? So option B, proximal convoluted tubule PCT is the part of nephron where the process of selective reabsorption takes place. So PCT is responsible for the selective reabsorption of essential nutrients like glucose, amino acids and ions, as well as most of the water back into the blood. Question number 12. The presence of glucose in urine is a characteristic symptom of, option B is correct here, diabetes mellitus. Glycosuria, presence of glucose in urine, occurs in diabetes mellitus due to high blood sugar level which exceed the renal threshold for glucose reabsorption. Okay. Question number 13. Which of the following is the primary excretory organ in flatworms platyhelminthes? Option A is nephridia. Nephridia are the tubular excretory structures of earthworm and other annelids. Option B is kidneys. Kidneys are absent in platyhelminthes. Option C is Malpighian tubules. So Malpighian tubules are the excretory structures of most of the insects including cockroaches. Option D is flame cells. So protonephridia or flame cells are the excretory structures in platyhelminthes. Flatworm example is planaria. So option D is correct here. Flame cells in flatworms function in osmoregulation and excretion by removing metabolic waste from the body. Okay. Question number 14. The hormone aldosterone regulates, option B is correct here, sodium and potassium balance. Aldosterone causes reabsorption of sodium and water from the distal parts of the tubule. Now, aldosterone secreted by the adrenal cortex, it increases sodium reabsorption and potassium excretion, which indirectly influences water retention and blood pressure. Aldosterone को कौन secrete करता है? Adrenal cortex. एल्डोस्टेरॉन का फंक्शन क्या है? इट इंक्रीज सोडियम रीएब्जॉर्प्शन एंड पोटेशियम एक्सक्रीशन. सोडियम के रीएब्जॉर्प्शन से और पोटेशियम के एक्सक्रीशन से क्या इफेक्ट होता है? इट इनडायरेक्टली इन्फ्लुएंसेस वाटर रिटेंशन एंड ब्लड प्रेशर. Number 15. The counter current mechanism in the nephron occurs between. Option C is correct here, loop of Henle and vasa recta. Because transport of substance is facilitated by the special arrangement of Henle's loop and vasa recta is called the counter current mechanism. The counter current mechanism involves the loop of Henle and vasa recta, helping in water and ion exchange to produce concentrated urine. So, which structure of nephron is involved in counter current mechanism? Answer is loop of Henle and vasa recta. What happens in countercurrent mechanism? Countercurrent mechanism helping in water and ion exchange to produce concentrated urine. Question number 16. The primary function of the glomerulus is, option A is correct here, blood filtration. Blood filtration is the primary function of glomerulus. The glomerulus is a network of capillaries that filters blood, allowing small molecules to pass into Bowman's capsule to form the filtrate. Question number 17. The Malpighian tubules are the excretory organs in, option C is correct here, insects. Insect excrete uric acid through Malpighian tubules, which absorb nitrogenous waste from hemolymph and release it into the gut for excretion. Question number 18. The presence of albumin in urine indicates, option C is correct here, proteinuria. Proteinuria occurs when the kidneys fail to retain protein like albumin, often due to kidney damage or disease. So when does proteinuria occurs? Proteinuria occurs when the kidney fail to retain protein like albumin. So why proteinuria occurs? Proteinuria occurs due to kidney damage or disease. Question number 19. What is the pH of normal urine? Option B is correct here. 5.5 to 6.5 is the normal pH of urine. Normal urine is slightly acidic due to the presence of metabolic waste products like urea and uric acid. Normal urine slightly acidic होता है क्योंकि इसमें metabolic waste products present होते हैं, जैसे यूरिया है, uric acid है. Question number 20. Hemodialysis is used to, option B is correct here, remove metabolic wastage from the blood. In case of kidney failure patients, urea can be removed by the process called hemodialysis. Hemodialysis is an artificial process that removes waste, excess salt and water from the blood in the patients with kidney failure. Hemodialysis एक artificial process है जिसमें waste को, excess salt को और water को remove किया जाता है from the blood in patients with kidney failure. देखिए, ऐसे पेशेंट्स जिनकी किडनी फेल हो चुकी है उनके ब्लड से एक्सेस सॉल्ट को, वाटर को, वेस्टेज को रिमूव कैसे करते हैं? आर्टिफिशियल प्रोसेस हीमोडायलिसिस की हेल्प से. क्वेश्चन नंबर 21. द डिसेंडिंग लिम्ब ऑफ द लूप ऑफ हैंडले इज परमिएबल टू वाटर. The descending limb of loop of Henle is permeable to water but almost impermeable to electrolytes. This concentrates the filtrate as it moves down. But the ascending limb of loop of Henle is impermeable to water but allows transport of electrolytes actively or passively. The descending limb of loop of Henle is permeable to water but not to solutes, allowing water reabsorption and concentration of the filtrate. Question number 22. Which of the following is the largest component of urine? So the largest component of urine is water. Option C is correct for question number 22. Urine is about 95% water with the remaining 5% consisting of urea, uric acid, creatinine and various ions. So यूरिन में 95% तक वाटर है, बाकी रिमेनिंग 5% क्या है? यूरिया, यूरिक एसिड, क्रेटिनिन एंड वेरियस आयंस. Question number 23. The juxtaglomerular apparatus JGA regulates blood pressure. Option A is correct for question number 23. The juxtaglomerular apparatus secretes renin, which helps regulate blood pressure via the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system. Juxtaglomerular apparatus renin secrete करता है. Renin help करता है blood pressure को regulate करने में by RAS system, renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system. देखिए, fall in GFR, ग्लोमेरुलर ब्लड फ्लो, ग्लोमेरुलर फिल्ट्रेशन रेट, ये जब फॉल हो जाता है तब ये एक्टिवेट किसको करेगा? इट एक्टिवेट्स जस्टाग्लोमेरुलर सेल्स. जस्टाग्लोमेरुलर सेल किसको रिलीज करती है? रेनिन. जब जीएफआर, ग्लोमेरुलर ब्लड फ्लो जब फॉल हो जाता है, जीएफआर का लेवल लो हो जाता है, तब जस्टाग्लोमेरुलर सेल्स एक्टिवेट हो जाती हैं और रेनिन रिलीज करती हैं. ठीक है, रेनिन कन्वर्ट करता है एंजियोटेंसिनोजन को एंजियोटेंसिन 1 में. एंजियोटेंसिन कहाँ से आ गया? एंजियोटेंसिन ब्लड में प्रेजेंट होता है. एंजियोटेंसिन 1 फिर एंजियोटेंसिन 2 में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है. एंजियोटेंसिन 2 एक पावरफुल वासो कंस्ट्रिक्टर है, ये वेसल्स को कॉन्स्ट्रिक्ट कर देता है. ठीक है, सो दिस इंक्रीज द ग्लोमेरुलर ब्लड प्रेशर एंड देयर बाय जीएफआर ऑल्सो इंक्रीजेस. ये ग्लोमेरुलर ब्लड प्रेशर को इंक्रीज कर देगा वेसल्स को, ब्लड वेसल्स को कंस्ट्रिक्ट करके, और GFR भी उससे इंक्रीज हो जाता है। What is the another function of angiotensin 2? Angiotensin 2 का सेकेंड फंक्शन होता है एड्रीनल कॉर्टेक्स को एक्टिवेट करना। एड्रीनल कॉर्टेक्स को जब एंजियोटेंसिन 2 एक्टिवेट करेगा तब एड्रीनल कॉर्टेक्स रिलीज करेंगी एल्डोस्टेरॉन। एल्डोस्टेरॉन क्या करेगा, सोडियम और वाटर को रीअब्सॉर्ब कर लेगा डिस्टल पार्ट्स ऑफ द टिब्यूल से, ठीक है। सो दिस ऑल्सो लीड्स टू एन इंक्रीज इन ब्लड प्रेशर एंड GFR। ये जो कॉम्प्लेक्स मैकेनिज्म है इसी को रेनिन एंजियोटेंसिन मैकेनिज्म बोलते हैं। और जब रेनिन एंजियोटेंसिन मैकेनिज्म की हेल्प से ब्लड प्रेशर इंक्रीज हो जाएगा, इंक्रीज इन ब्लड फ्लो हार्ट के एट्रिया पे पहुंचेगा, तब हार्ट के एट्रिया क्या रिलीज करेंगे, ANF को रिलीज करेंगे। ANF है एट्रियल नाइट्रियूरेटिक फैक्टर। ये क्या करता है ANF, एंड ANF वासो डायलेशन कर देता है, वेसल्स को डायलेट कर देगा। डायलेशन जब हो जाएगा ब्लड वेसल्स का तो ब्लड प्रेशर डिक्रीज हो जाता है। तो ANF मैकेनिज्म देयरफॉर एक्ट करता है एज अ चेक ऑन अ रेनिन एंजियोटेंसिन मैकेनिज्म। ओके, नंबर 24, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज द मेन एक्सक्रीटरी प्रोडक्ट इन बर्ड्स। तो बर्ड्स में मेन एक्सक्रीटरी प्रोडक्ट यूरिक एसिड है। सो ऑप्शन सी इज करेक्ट फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 24। Birds are uricotalic and excrete nitrogenous waste primarily as uric acid, which is insoluble and excreted as a paste to conserve water. The main function of the collecting duct is, option C is correct here, water and salt reabsorption is the main function of the collecting duct. The collecting duct reabsorb water and sodium depending on ADH level to regulate urine concentration. Question number 26, which part of the nephron is impermeable to water? Option C is correct here. Ascending limb of loop of Henle is impermeable to water and descending limb of loop of Henle is permeable to water. So the ascending limb actively transports sodium ion and chlorine ion but does not allow water to pass through, helping in urine concentration. Question number 27, the presence of glucose in urine is indicative of diabetes mellitus. Option A is correct for question number 27. Glucosuria, glucose in urine, occurs when blood glucose level exceed the renal threshold for reabsorption, which happens in diabetes mellitus. Question number 28, which of the following structures in the nephron helps maintain the concentration gradient in the medullary interstitium? Option C is correct here, loop of Henle. The loop of Henle through the countercurrent mechanism creates an osmotic gradient essential for urine concentration. Question number 29, which one of the following is not a part of the renal corpuscle? So proximal convoluted tubule PCT is not the part of renal corpuscle because glomerulus along with Bowman's capsule is called the Malpighian body or renal corpuscle. The renal corpuscle consists of the glomerulus and Bowman capsule. The proximal convoluted tubule is a part of the renal tubule, not the renal corpuscle. Question number 30. Which one of the following correctly explains the function of ADH vasopressin? It increases the permeability of the collecting duct to water. This is correct statement here. ADH antidiuretic hormone increases water reabsorption in the collecting duct, reducing urine volume and preventing dehydration. ADH क्या है? एंटी ड्यूरेटिक हार्मोन, ड्यूरेसिस को प्रिवेंट करने वाला हार्मोन। ड्यूरेसिस क्या होता है? लॉस ऑफ एक्सेस वाटर इन यूरिन। Question number 31, which of the following hormones is responsible for increasing the permeability of the collecting duct to water? Option B is correct here, ADH vasopressin. ADH antidiuretic hormone increases water reabsorption by making the collecting duct more permeable, reducing urine volume. Question number 33, which of the following animals excrete ammonia as the main nitrogenous waste product? So option B is correct here, amphibians. Ammonotelic animals, example amphibians and bony fish, excrete ammonia directly into water due to its high solubility and toxicity. Question number 34, a patient with chronic kidney failure undergoes hemodialysis. What is the main function of the dialysis machine? Option B is correct here. Dialysis machine removes urea and excess salt. So hemodialysis removes urea, creatinine and excess ions from the blood, mimicking kidney function. In case of kidney failure patient, urea can be removed by the process of hemodialysis. Question number 35, which part of the nephron is impermeable to water? Option C is correct here. Ascending limb of loop of Henle is impermeable to water. The ascending limb of loop of Henle is impermeable to water but actively transport Na positive and Cl negative ions, helping in urine concentration. Question number
Question number
36. The
37.
hormone
The term
responsible for
uremia
maintaining the
refers to
glomerular filtration rate. Option B is correct here because renin hormone responsible for maintaining the glomerular filtration rate. Renin secreted by the juxtaglomerular apparatus plays a key role in the renin-angiotensin system, which regulates blood pressure and GFR. Option B is correct here, high urea concentration in blood. So, uremia is a condition caused by kidney failure, leading to an excessive accumulation of urea and other nitrogenous wastage in the blood. किडनी फेलियर की कंडीशन होती है यूरेमिया. इसमें एक्सेसिव एक्यूमुलेशन मीन्स कलेक्शन हो जाता है यूरिया और अदर नाइट्रोजनस वेस्टेज का ब्लड में. Question number 38. The reabsorption of water in the nephron is primarily controlled by which hormone? Option C is correct here, ADH. ADH or vasopressin increases water reabsorption in the collecting duct, reducing water loss in urine. Question number 39. Which of the following is the functional role of the juxtaglomerular apparatus? Option C is correct here. Controlling blood pressure is the functional role of juxtaglomerular apparatus. The juxtaglomerular apparatus secretes renin, which helps regulate blood pressure and kidney filtration rate. Glucose is normally reabsorbed in the nephron. If it appears in urine, it indicates a condition called glycosuria, which commonly seen in diabetes mellitus. Okay. Question number 40. Which of the following is not a normal constituent of urine? So, glucose is not the normal constituent of urine. देखिए ग्लूकोज नॉर्मली यूरिन में एब्सेंट होता है, बट अगर ग्लूकोज अपीयर हो रहा है यूरिन में तो उस कंडीशन को हम ग्लाइकोसूरिया बोलते हैं और ये नॉर्मली डायबिटीज मेलाइटिस पेशेंट्स में देखने को मिलती है. Question number 41. The primary function of the proximal convoluted tubule PCT is, option C is correct here, reabsorption of glucose, amino acids and water. The PCT is responsible for the majority of reabsorption including glucose, amino acids, sodium and water. देखिए किडनी में majority of reabsorption कहाँ होगा? PCT में होगा. जैसे ग्लूकोज, एमिनो एसिड, सोडियम, वाटर का reabsorption किडनी में कहाँ होगा? PCT, proximal convoluted tubule. Option A is regulation of blood pressure. Yes, this is the function of kidney. Option B is production of erythropoietin. Yes, kidney produce erythropoietin hormone. Option C is detoxification of drugs. This is also the function of kidney. Option D is digestion of protein. No, protein digestion is not the function of kidney. Question number 42. Which of the following is not a function of the kidney? So option D is correct for question number 42. The kidney regulate blood pressure, produce erythropoietin for RBC production and eliminate toxin. Protein digestion occurs in stomach and small intestine, not in kidney. Question number 43. The Henle's loop plays a key role in, option C is correct here, concentration of urine. So concentration of urine is the key role of Henle's loop. The loop of Henle is responsible for countercurrent mechanism. Countercurrent mechanism helps in urine concentration by creating a hyperosmotic medullary
Question number
environment.
45. Kidney stones
Question number
are
44.
primarily
Which ion is
composed of,
actively
option A is
reabsorbed in
correct
the
here,
ascending
calcium
limb of
oxalate.
Henle's loop? So sodium ion is actively reabsorbed in the ascending limb of Henle's loop. The ascending limb actively transports sodium ion out of the filtrate, which is essential for maintaining the osmotic gradient in the kidney medulla. Kidney stones, renal calculi, mainly made up of calcium oxalate and calcium phosphate, formed due to dehydration, excess minerals or metabolic imbalances. Question number 46. Which blood vessel brings oxygenated blood to the kidney? Option A is correct here. Renal artery brings oxygenated blood to the kidney. Renal artery carries oxygenated blood to the kidney for filtration, while the renal vein carries deoxygenated blood, purified blood back to circulation. Question number 47. Which of the following is the correct sequence of urine formation? So the correct sequence of urine formation is given in option C, that is filtration, reabsorption and then secretion. Urine formation involves three main processes: filtration of blood in the glomerulus, then reabsorption of essential substances in the renal tubules, and secretion of waste product into the tubular fluid. Question number 48. Which of the following conditions is characterized by the presence of urea in the blood? Option A is correct here. Uremia is the condition characterized by the presence of urea in the blood. Uremia is a condition resulting from the accumulation of urea and other nitrogenous waste product in the blood, typically due to kidney dysfunction. 49. What is the primary role of glomerulus in urine formation? Option A is correct here. Filtration of blood is the primary role of glomerulus in urine formation. So the glomerulus is a network of capillaries in the nephron that filters blood, allowing water, ions and small molecules to pass into Bowman's capsule. What is glomerulus? Glomerulus is a network of capillaries in the nephron. What is the function of glomerulus? So glomerulus filters blood, allowing water, ions and small molecules to pass. Where? Bowman's capsule. Now come to the last question of this chapter. Which of the following nitrogenous waste requires the maximum amount of water for excretion? So ammonia. It is most toxic nitrogenous waste, so it requires maximum amount of water for excretion. Monotelic animals like fish excrete ammonia directly, which requires a large amount of water for dilution because ammonia is highly toxic. So now 50 MCQs of this chapter completes here. In the next video, we will discuss next chapter. If my video is helpful for you, then please like, share and subscribe this channel. Thank you so much.